Let's do it. So now do you understand the question number 17?
Yes.
Yeah, so find any indicators to help you. Based on the previous facts, what can we suggest? We need evidence. The test maker is sometimes a gentleman. They give you two answers, not mention the text. Without thinking, I can know it. But focus on the verbs, ignore. And ignore sometimes it's being by test maker discount. You know the verb discount, not discount for money, but discount means they are interested. Or sometimes they show indifference. Indifference means they don't care, or they show uninterest. Anything not mentioned in the text, delete it. Now, what else? I'm searching with here. I see question number 20.
Yes.
Number 20. Number 20, a little bit tricky, but it's so easy. Do you remember the common hack? Plural, plural, plural. It should see. This is called the common hack if I don't understand the question. But wait. Let's read very quickly. Number one, what are we looking for pronouns? Wait. Blah, blah, blah became the 13th Secretary General, all right, in making what? Verb. Making what the first time the organization would hire a Vietnamese leader. So making this situation, making this general fact. So we're talking about something mentioned before. So this here refers to the general situation before, the entire situation. So it is singular. If I don't know it, use the hacks. 3 answer the singular, delete. 3 answer the plural, delete. You remember Adam? This can help us. So check plural, plural, plural. So choose the singular. Now what else? I'm looking with here. I see number 24 and 25. And that's right?
Yes.
Right. Now let me tell you about the structure. Number one, look at the answers. You will find the verbs. So you are looking for the subject and the object. Read only the sentence from full stop to full stop. So don't care about this part at all. Or you can look, but very quickly. Now we are looking for what? For the subject. I told you before that sometimes we give you structure like that. Subject, comma, non-essential information, comma, and non-essential information, comma, verb complement, full stop. So the non-essential information could be any phrase, any clause. So comma and the comma, between them past participle phrase. And the second one, clause, who is. So my subject must be here, my verb must be here. So such iconic references, so your subject is plural. So you need plural verb. What is plural verb? It must be letter D. Yes or no? Yes. Again, remember the hack, singular, singular, singular. 3 answered singular, wrong. But use that if it is difficult. But here it's not by using this structure. Remember, Adam, remember, Malak, I can add many non-essential information as he did here. And this one described something before. This one described something before. Look, cited the references. Who is a musician? Okay, I don't care. Delete between two commas and find it. That's why. This is way. Another way is to ask yourself who or what represent key moments and personalities of 20th century references. Because what could be personalities? Iconic references. And references here refers to people. People can say that you are a good man, for example. Inshallah, when you enter university, you need references to recommend you to a position. Professors, university, or school, something like this way. Now, number 25. 25, we follow the rules, but we read the sentence. Any question about punctuation, we read only the sentence from the beginning to the end. But the problem in this sentence is all of it one sentence. So what can I do? Try to find clauses. Let me read and summarize. Long attributed to, so long attributed past participle phrase who, what, the preeminent neoclassical painter of his day. You see, painter is a subject. What is long attributed to? So this is past participle and the subject. And then read. So painting description. When here it tells you this is close and that is your close. So you focus on this clause only. So art historians discover that what another clause again, painting, and then the non-essential information. Look, which and then painting was actually the work of little-known French portrait. What? Look, title. Do you remember when I told you about the title and the name? Do you remember that?
Yes,
When we let's prove why be correct. Number one, this is dash with this dash. What is the purpose of this dash? Does not make sense. Why? Because I told you, if you wanted to use single dash before it must be complete sentence, single dash and after it explanation. Okay, but this is part explanation to this part. So A is wrong. Again, and again, and I told you that single dash equals calling equals what? Calling. If you found both of them in the same place like that, artist, it means both of them wrong. That's it. Letter D is wrong. Why? Because we have title in the name. This is, and this is the name. How can you separate the name from what it modifies by comma? That means it is wrong. Remember what I told you before? We can use title, and after the title we have the name. So remember, this is the title, this is the name. You don't need any punctuation in the middle. If you use the comma, you separate the title from the name. That means you change the meaning. So D is wrong. That's why. So I can use the hacks, the guesses, A and C the same place, so wrong, how to answers, and then check. That's why. So always focus what is the clause you are being tested for. So that means I don't care about the structure of this one, only to understand. That is. And be careful and help your eyes. This is hyphen for compound adjective, not dash. Right? What else, Malak? Let me check with you. For number I think 26. Yeah, 26, right?
Yeah.
Now let's prove together why B it's correct. All of us. Number one, I look at the answers quickly. I found the punctuation, so I read only the sentence of the question. Only. It means don't care. So here Kelly paired excerpts of these conversations with photographs. Dash, look, dash. So it checks the rules. Is one single dash or we need two dashes for non-essential information? To check the placement of the second dash, is it here or there? Read before and after. Read this part. See, with the information after this part. If you found it correct, that means you need dash here. So it's a letter B. But wait. Kelly paired excerpts of these conversations with the photographs. So paired something to something else. So it's B correct. Here we need the second dash for non-essential information, this part. That's all. So you need dash here. So this means comma wrong, nothing wrong, and here nothing wrong, without care about the calling. Again, follow the rules. Before calling, it must be sentence. If you read before calling, it's not sentence, it's a fragment. Again, after calling, it must be explanation. Okay, but after the calling is not explanation to something mentioned before. So by all means, it is wrong. That's it. Catch it?
Yes.
Come on, Captain Adam, do you have any question about anything? Adam are still with us. Now, number 28. Number 28.
Yeah.
I'm checking it. Okay. So now let's read why D. Are you talking to me both? Oh, just listen. For 28, we need to prove why D is correct. Look at the answers, you will find transition words. Now, where are the two ideas that has the relation previous and following? And there are only two answers. Now look for the relationship one by one. Therefore, cause and effect. In the second place means this is the second action happened after the first action. Or in other words, it means we are going to explain the same. Let's find. Historians agree that jazz paints Jelly Roll Hello, you both. Are you still okay?
Yes.
Right. Now he said Morton was exaggerating. What means exaggerating? He was explaining something more than it needs. It means he was lying. Imagine it like that. He was lying. When he claimed to have invented jazz, he said, I invented the jazz. Scientist says, no, you exaggerated, you lying. Now, no one can deny that his innovative compositions and remarkable skills helped shape jazz. How they say he was lying, and they say that he did a lot of good actions to shape the jazz. There's something opposite, so it's letter D. Again, is this action happened because of that? Or because he was lying, he helped shape jazz? How? He was lying and make jazz? No, because and defect wrong. In the second place means this action happened after this action. It's not an order of action. So B is wrong. In other words, it means this point is the same meaning of this point, but by different words. So it's wrong. So letter C is wrong. So your job to memorize the purpose of these transition words. So though for contrastive ideas, opposite ideas, how he was lying and how he did a lot of good actions. That is the point. Next one, Malak, I think it was a question number 29. Am I right?
Yes.
In 29, we have a common trap. It's a common word, letter B. I told you before, converse means the verb from the word conversation, to make conversation with someone. But here, conversely, it's not. It means you make a comparison between two contrastive ideas. Subsequently means action happened after. Subsequent, it means later, after that. And for instance, we need example to prove something before. In other words, you are going to explain the same idea. Now, where are the two ideas? The previous sentence, where is it? From the beginning to the end. And the following from this one to the end. Now try to find any relationship between them. Now let's read. Remember this one to compare between the things. According to OK, countries with single elections, 4 tend to polarize into two parties. And the second one, countries with tended to support multi. So now I found two opposite ideas. This one focus on two-party systems, and this one with many parties. That means you compare between the systems of two countries. Countries with single ballot majoritarian elections, we hear countries with proportional representation systems. This one with one system, and this one with many systems. So you compare between two countries. So you compare between two countries, so it must be converse. This is not an example, not the same idea. This is not the second action happened after this action. So A is wrong. That's all. Is it clear now? Now let's jump to 30. You can help me if I skip something. Now 30, we need to prove, as the test maker said, it must be letter D. But we need to know why D. So D, what means D? Hence, and hence to show cause and effect is the second sentence is a consequence. This is part. All of it. And this part. Yes or no? Let's see. Malak still here?
Yes.
That being said, it means I'm going to explain the same point, but the following is not the same point. Remember, if you don't find the correct answer, find the wrong answer. Let's see. Do we have the same idea in the following? No, so it's wrong. Do we have any contrastive ideas or we explain actions? So no contrast. Is it an example? No. So it's letter D. If I don't know, it means hands. That's all. See that? Let's see any details. A turtle shell appears external to the animal, and that is protecting its body like armor. All right. The shell is often incorrectly assumed. So people assume it is exoskeleton. What is exoskeleton? The phrase a rigid outer case and blah blah blah. When in fact it is an endoskeleton. So we explain point mentioned here. Why it's incorrectly assumed to be. And what's going on. So it's not contrast, not the same idea, not an example. So it's a letter D. That's it. So always find the wrong answers. I'm searching with you. You can help me. I think question number 33. Or is 33 this one? Captain Adam, are you still here?
Yes, Mr.
We always focus on what does the question need exactly. As I told you, Malak, all the answers in this kind of a question the same, but what does the question need? The students wants to indicate that Californian red-legged frogs classification category. So we need to read to find only the classification category of this red-legged frogs. That is the question. So if you read this point, it does not tell you anything about the question, delete it. Don't come back to it again. Here, this is one, either it's a species on the list. No, we need only this part. So wrong. A species here that is endangered for extinction throughout or all of its range is, do we mention anything here? No, so don't. A species that is likely to soon become endangered is classified as threatened. Do we have anything here? Oh, that means your answer must be here. So find what is mentioned there. So you need to read it, but very carefully. Yes or no? That's it. So I need to focus on what is mentioned there. Let's find it. If this is mentioned here, California red-legged frog, blah, 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 is likely to soon become endangered. According to what? To this organization. He didn't mention here to be endangered or threatened. He said endangered. So species on which include are classified as either. Yes, it's mentioned, but the question said this one only, not all. So he is wrong. Again, the California blah 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 here on the list of at-risk species, they mentioned that here, wrong. Look, according to okay, California red frog is in the endangered category. Look, yes, but wait, in danger of extinction throughout most or all its range, is that mentioned there? Wrong. that means half of the answer is correct. But the other one not mentioned. Again, likely to soon become endangered, as he mentioned, look, phrase to help you. That's what the question is easy. The California rat is classified as threatened. But wait, he said endangered, and here he mentioned threatened. Is there any difference? Or he mentioned here it could be endangered or threatened. So that means this one, it can be endangered or threatened. So if he changed the word, it's the same, but he mentioned it is soon, likely soon to become, and according to by this organization. So letter D, it is correct. That's why. But you already found here no evidence for your point. That means all of them not supported in the text. So here we find evidence. We found it. Two evidence, phrase, and then name of organization. So letter D is right. That's why. Clear now?
Yes.
What else? Check. I found here for number one, you have many answers. So it was let number one. Let's read it. Come on, Adam. Here's a question. He wanted to know, what do you know? What do you feel about this phrase? As we make in a question underlined, we test you for vocab. Now, what kind of word? I don't know. It could be verb, it could be present participle phrase. So let's read. I should read from the beginning, but very quickly. So he said, her friends are traveling in Italy. Okay, I'm going to have one of these gorgeous oranges, said Mrs. And then Wickens is staying where she was and reaching. Wickens was staying and reaching what across to back to a black ball piled with them. That is means Wilkins wanted to reach something to catch it, to have it. That means he stretched his body. Rose, how can you resist them? Look, have this one. So he wanted to have it. So that means he wanted to stretch toward something to get it. Not to arrive, because we are not talking about going in a place or arrive there. And joining, how joining to black hole. You see? That's why. See that? So stretching toward the subset. This is the best mean. What else Malaka can tell us? Come on, Malaka can say. Or let me check with you. I think number 3. And Malaka is still here. Hello.
Yes.
Now here for number 3, it must be what? It must be A. But we need to know why. Always check the sentence carefully. Of course, I will focus on this part, but I must read this part quickly. So come on, Adam. According to a team of neuroeconomists, so that means this is scientists find information, okay, from the university, okay. Ease of decision making may be, so easiness, this means make it easy. Ease may be linked to communication between two brain or regions, okay. And he tells you what is the brain regions, prefrontal cortex and parietal cortex, okay. Individuals tend to be more decisive if the information flow between the regions is intensified. So you need to be more decisive, so it must be intensified. Look, whereas it tells me, Adam and Malak, this part is opposite to this part. Here individuals tend to be more, must be intensified. What is the opposite of intensified here? It's reduced, because intensified means you have a lot. They make choices more slowly when the information is reduced. We are not talking about evaluation of information, as he mentioned here. We are not talking about determine or not determine the flow of information. We are not talking about understanding information. So, whereas, help me. That's why, do you understand it? That's it. So, the style of writing can help you. Always make it like that. Are we talking about evaluation, determination, acquisition, or acquiring, or understanding? No. That's it. So I focus on the sentence of the question, but I read only to understand. That's why while I read, I always read very quickly something not important, like the name of the university, who are they, this way. Focus on the idea itself. Come on, Malak, what else? Come on, Malak, you can say.
Okay.
I think question number 6
No, 4.
is number 4. And let's see number 4. So now, come on, Adam, look at the answers. You will find adjectives. What does it describe? He said the War of 1812 has a place. A place, as you know, stands, rank, place in life, your position in life. In historical memory in Britain. He said partly because what? It's overshadowed. Now you have reason. Overshadowed. So something because it's overshadowed by these information. What means overshadowed? Just something like being clouded, not clear, not certain. This is not sure. And the tenuous already means not certain or contentious or what's going on. So we test you for the vocab. So why it's A? Because A already means something unsure, something is overshadowed. One of the meaning of this word, overshadowed. Now, if I don't know A, check. Conspicuous something, it's something, it's demonstrated clear for you to understand it. Like it's a conspicuous claim to see. But we don't say, he said overshadowed. It's not clear. And again, why it's overshadowed? Let's see. He said, by the much larger concurrent conflict against this part and this part, because it's essentially maintained geopolitical status confront Britain. And after calling Adam again, explanation to what is this word meaning. Country neither gained nor lost. Something neither gained nor lost. That means you are not sure about what happened exactly. That means it's correct, but not clear. Of course, enduring means to keep forever, to keep for a long time. Well, I'm not talking about the places keep a long time. It's overshadowed. So you must find the word means not certain, not sure, not exact yet. That's why. Feel it?
Yes.
And we have a common word, Adam. Look, Adam, for this is word. Contentious, it's not from the word content. Please don't confuse. Content means you are, content means satisfaction, happiness, you're satisfied. But when you look for this word, don't guess it comes from happiness. No, contentious means there is conflict, there is disagreement, but we are not talking about the place is disagreeable or people don't like it or it's not proved. No, it's not clear. So tenuous means overshadow already. That's why. What else? Come on. Question number 8, I guess. You can search with me, Matt. Captain Adam, you can go down with us. Number 8. Malak is it number 8? Yo. So I see it could be number 8. So now come on, Adam, always read the question. He said, based on the text, how would the author of text 2 respond to the overall argument in text 1? So we need the opinion or the point of view of author 2 to the main idea of 1. Does he agree or disagree, or he is neutral, or he doesn't like it? What did he say exactly? So your job is to read text 1 very quickly, and then you are going to find any response there. Let's read and summarize from the first reading. Come on, quickly. Crystal popular in bookstores, okay, but they should not be classified as literature. As I told you, focus on the ideas after the fanboys, because this is the main idea of the test maker. They shouldn't be classified as literature. And then he tells you why it's not literature. By definition, literature tells a story or conveys meaning through language only. Graphic novels tell the stories through illustrations and use language only sparingly. It means illustration does not use language too much, because only sparingly means the stories use a little number of words. And then he said in captions and dialogue. Graphic novels are experienced as series of images, not as language. That's why it's not classified as literature, making them more similar to film, not literature. So the writer tells evidence, details why it should not be classified as literature, called the graphic novels. So you read novel, but it has a lot of images. Now, the question, how author 2 responded to this idea? Let's read. Graphic novels present their stories through both languages, not only images. So that means author disagree. Without captions and dialogue, readers would be unable to understand what is depicted in the illustrations. And then Adam Luke calling to explain how the story results from interaction of text and image. And then moreover, more details, more evidence. Allison blah 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 here and the many other graphic novels feature text that is beautifully written as the prose found in many standards. So he disagreed with the author of number 1. And he said, therefore, based on all of these facts, this is a target of your answer. Therefore, graphic novels qualify as literature text. So text 2 disagree with what? This is your point to looking for the answers. Do you catch it, Malak?
Yes.
That is what are you looking for? Now, any answer not mentioned in 1 or 2 deleted. How do we make answer the captain, our pilot? Adam, where are you?
I'm here, Mr.
Okay. Now let's prove it together. How the test maker make answers? Answers not mentioned in any text. Answered not mentioned in 2. Remember, we need opinion of 2. So any idea not mentioned in 2 deleted. So now let's know why A could be. By asserting, by confirming, by proving that language plays a more important role in graphic novels than yes, language plays more. So it could be. How did you know? He tells here. Look, without dialogue, readers will be unable to understand. Again, he said this is not use the language too much. Beautiful written as prose language. And the graphic novel qualify as literary text. So it could be A, but wait, by acknowledging that the author of 1 has identified a mistake. So is that mentioned too? That author of number 1, he made a mistake, he misunderstood, he makes something wrong? No. Remember, this is a common word, Malak. and Adam in any answers. B is wrong. The storylines of certain graphic novels are more difficult. Did he mention that the storylines difficult? He didn't mention that. He said like the novels use language. So we give you ideas not mentioned into. Again, by agreeing, does he agree? He's not agreeing. And he didn't mention this idea that graphics are not well crafted. So it's a little bit wrong. So from the beginning, I know it's wrong because he disagrees. That means wrong. That's why. So always find the wrong answers before the correct answers. Now what else, Malik? Go down.
Uh, 10.
So number 10. Go down with us. Come on, let them down. And again, we need to find an evidence about the question. Remember, this question will ask you like a comprehension. Let's find it. Why are some critics skeptical? Skeptical means they doubt. They doubt about something. So why are critics skeptical of the concept behind? While I'm reading, I'm looking for why they doubt it. So when you read very, very quickly, you will find the information here. The concept has faced skepticism. And look, the reason why after the calling. So your answer must be here. That is the idea. So focus on your answer on this information mentioned here only. That's it. When you look for, let's find it. Some essential aspects of design are difficult to adapt to, as I mentioned here. It is used where specifically activated for. It's too early to tell. He didn't mention that. He mentioned anything about this point, this part? No, so is wrong. Again, the plant life on ended up being less varied. Did it mention that? No, B is wrong. The construction of was no less environmentally damaging than the construction. Is it mentioned there? Wrong. Wait, it is unclear. That's why skepticism. Whether POSO can support the plant life included in its design. So can support, as he mentioned. It's too early to tell if they can survive or not. It means if I told you it's too early to tell, it means that we are not sure. This means it's not clear to support the plant life. And already thrive means support the plant life. Right? The letter D is correct. As we paraphrasing the reason, paraphrasing, give you the same idea but different words. That's why.